Hi, I'm Sandy Genovese and welcome to this episode of the Ellison Education video series. You know, spring is a great time to plant outside, but did you know that you can grow plants right on your bulletin board with nothing more than light and water and of course seeds? If you look at the board behind me, I'm going to point out some of the things that I did in order to make this happen. I started first with the title. So it says grow, 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 and they're large letters, but when you look close, you can see that the letters have been decorated with a grass border. In some cases, like this one, I actually cut out the grass border die and attached it to the O, and in other cases, like the ones next to it, all I did was just hand cut a grass design in order to attach it to the letter of the alphabet so that I'm reinforcing the idea of growing. Underneath that, I have reading grows your mind, and notice that it is starting to be just engulfed in seeds. These are all different bean seeds. I've got book jackets that are covering, and I'm going to show you first. I've cut out hands in pairs, and each of the hands I've made a point of trying to make some look a little feminine with the cuffs and some of them look a little masculine with the cuffs, but they're all holding book jackets, and when I take the pin off that's holding the book jacket, you can see behind it, it's just a plastic bag that's holding the bean seeds that are growing up, and then they're stationed in place with an extra little piece of plastic. It is amazing, really, how easy this is to do, but how fun it is to watch it grow. When I did this with my students, they loved it. What you want to do is you want to start with paper towel, and the paper towel needs to be of a size that will fit with the bag that you choose. So you know what, maybe I would start with the plastic bag. So you want to take the bag and you're going to cut it off, and I cut it in such a way, if I show you here, you can see I've already cut this one, so that there's a flap in the front that's shorter than the flap in the back. And then you want to trim your paper towel so that it will fit inside. But first you want to create a pleat in the top. So what I've done, I'll open this up so you can see just what I mean here. Here's the paper towel. I've folded it in the middle and then accordion folded a pleat. So what I have here is one accordion pleat in the middle with the two ends. The pleat is where you're going to hold the seeds, but you want some place for the roots of the seeds to grow down. So you can take a push pin, I've also done it with a paper clip, and you just go back and you start poking holes in the seam, the fold line at the bottom of this pleat. So I know it's probably not that easy to see, but you'll just have a whole row of pin pricks all in the bottom of the pleat. And then you're going to take and place it inside the little plastic bag that you've already trimmed so that it will fit. Notice how I have it so that this fits inside with a nice backing so that when I water it, even watering it up here, it's going to slide and not dribble down the board. Then I chose a whole different array of beans. They all grow at different speeds. They grow different colors, different size leaves. It's fun for the kids to pick and then to compare how they grow. This happens to be string beans. So what you're going to do is take the string beans and place them into the pleat. Normally what I do is I go ahead and I attach this to the board first. So if I attach this to the board, I'm going to use a push pin. You don't want it so tight that you can't get in there to water it. So attach it to the board with just a little bit of slack. And that way you've got all the beans inside. And then all you need to do is take an eyedropper or any medical syringe that you might have and use it, fill it with water and use it to get in here and water the beans. What happens is as the beans grow, the roots come down and the wicking effect in the paper towel will keep the beans moist. You can have lots of water pooled at the bottom. In fact, let me go back and pull it off and you can look at it more closely again. This one happens to be string beans that are in this particular. See how the seeds or the roots are starting to grow all over the place? All I need to do is just take my syringe or my eyedropper and water inside there. The kids love doing it. It's so much fun. And when you look closely at the board, you can see how cool it is. The only other thing that you need to do is as they grow up, you need to put these little plastic strips that are once again just cut from the plastic bag and held in place. As these grow taller, you just keep moving it up. And it is so much fun and so cool. You know, growing seeds indoors can happen any time of the year, and it's sure to help your students' interest in gardening grow.